Good evening. My name is Mercedes Rosado. This is for class EDU 534. Today is August 3rd, and I am making this assignment for Professor Don Sternberg. This lesson is in regards to learning and facilitating learning environments and bonds between teachers and students. When we think about explaining the importance of building trust in higher education and building relationships, we must first understand the importance of trusting, and we must first understand the importance of what relationships really are. Relationships help to facilitate a bond between two or more people. Relationships can build trust and communication, and actually, most schools prioritize a student's success and sense of belonging to their school and its community. However, many lack access to target interventions that might help students maintain and improve their sense of belonging. A relationship between a student and a teacher is very important because it facilitates a progressive, nurturing learning environment. A student will be more likely to share any difficulties they're having as well as provide vital information for the teacher involving class or work assignments if the relationship and bond is worked on by both teacher and student. When we think about relationships and bonds, we must also think about the best practices that come into play when building rapport with the learner. Instructors should ask their students what methods of learning they like, what assignments they have liked in the past, and what they expect to do or learn in class. They can build trust by asking open-ended questions, also by keeping the lines of communication open and collaborating on assignments. As Weimer suggests, by getting to know and understand your students, you will be able to know what the practices are and how they learn best. Celebrating achievements and encouraging students that seem to be falling behind is an essential task that not many teachers have mastered. Maintaining an all-inclusive class is important as well. It is a class where everyone is encouraged to participate and no one is discouraged. It is also very important because it helps foster a bond between student and teacher, and it allows the student to feel validated. When we think about learning the needs and interests of adults in our class, we have to ask ourselves what works best for us personally. For me personally, self-introduction and reflection is essential. It is important because it can open up the lines of communication and help ease anxiety with teachers. Asking open-ended questions can lead to students actually sharing more about themselves, as well as helping them to share their past experiences and expectations for what they hope to be the outcome for the current class. As Johnson 2014 talks about the importance of deliberation between learners, it is whether it is in person or online that gives them a sense of ownership. Allowing students to exchange ideas and opinions while remaining on sidelines for guidance is essential to the progress, especially individualized progress. Explaining and understanding how we will address viewpoints that differ from our own is also a very important task. It is something that we must master in our professional career. Many times as a teacher, we will encounter differences in opinions and even grading policies, as well as teaching styles. The important thing to remember as a professional is that we must always remain flexible and willing to see things from a different point of view and perspective. There will be times we cannot negotiate on certain topics, but helping students see that we value their concerns and generally care can go a long way. I also feel it's important to embrace cultural differences and create a comfortable space in which we can be ourselves, as well as the student feel like they can be who they are. Understanding student viewpoints also can consist of understanding that people of different cultures may learn and study differently. Also, respecting preferences and taking into consideration that not all cultures do well working as integrated groups. When we think about teaching, we also think about how we can apply a Christian worldview by supporting culture and diversity in the classroom. For a teacher, applying a Christian worldview can be a very touchy subject Many times, if the school is not Christian, then it is frowned upon. However, with that said, many times a teacher can apply a Christian worldview agenda without even announcing that it is part of their agenda. I believe one way of doing this is by encouraging students to maintain themselves by putting their values and morals first, as well as their integrity. Then, in itself, without announcing it, it would be following a Christian perspective. Teaching is a partnership of exchange of information, remaining flexible and reminding ourselves that although we are teachers at the moment, we never stop learning, and each new class and student we encounter is a new opportunity to grow and broaden our horizons. Teaching has evolved throughout time. It is not only the knowledge that we have to share with, it is also others who are also using it to gain intelligence and intellect, and to be able to distinguish the best way to help others and retrain and retain information we share. Thank you.